Hi everyone, in today's short video I'm going to show you how we use the Felt Applicator tool to apply a Mint by Michelle decoupage paper to the top of this table here. So I've got one of the latest designs and I've got the A1 size and I'm going to put it on here. So this here is the beautiful paper I'm going to use. As you can see, it's too big for the size, but we want them nice and big so that we can see the images. So I'm going to first cut it in half so that it's easier to work with, and then I will apply it using one of these applicator tools. So these are great, they're really good to help smooth it out, get rid of as many wrinkles and bubbles as possible, and they don't damage the paper, so these are amazing. A few tools that I will need today. So I'm going to use my Artisan Gloss Lacquer as my decoupage glue, and then as my top coat, as it's nice and strong and it has UV resistance in it, and I want it to have a bit of sheen, so I've got the gloss today. I have a flat brush. This is one of the Two Fussy Blokes ones, really good for applying my lacquer. Trusty can opener. I'll also be needing some sandpaper, as I'm going to put this on so it hangs off all the edges and then I can sand it down for a nice smooth finish. So this is one of our tables that we have designed. It's all ready to be painted and done. I have painted the top white, as you can see. That just helps our decoupage paper pop instead of putting it onto the raw wood. So I will start and I will show you the process. Okay, so you can see I have cut my paper here, so now it's a bit smaller and I can fit it onto my tabletop. So I just want to decide how the placement's going to go. I think I want most of this rose up here, so I'll focus on that and go down to that way. So what we need to do is put strips of our glue in and smooth it out with our applicator. So I'll do the first bit and show you, and then I'll do it as a close-up. So I'm just going to brush it on, just making sure to get right to my edges, and I've got a decent amount on, and then grab my paper and make sure that it's going to go over all the edges, and then I've got my little felt applicator and I'm just going to start smoothing it right out to all the edges to get those air bubbles right out. And it's as simple as that. And then I will show you. So then we lift it back up and you pull it just a little bit so that you can overlap your line of glue, whichever medium you're using. As I said, I use lacquer, but you can use all sorts of different decoupage glues. And then once again start smoothing it out. You can lift these papers up a bit. They are quite strong. It's not like a napkin where once it's down. And yeah, you can smooth most of these out. Decoupage always has a few wrinkles, but we just embrace that and have it as part of the look. Okay, so this has all been sealed down now and it's very dry. So what I'm going to do is sand off the edges and show you how to do that, and then we'll do a couple of top coats to really seal it in and make it so that it's fully usable, and then I will paint the base as well. Okay, so I have 180 grit sandpaper here, and when you're sanding, you just want to sand down and away. You don't want to go up and down, as you don't want to accidentally lift your paper back up. So very simple, just sand down, and as you can see, you then start getting this really nice clean edge here. Okay, so this table is now all finished. It's been decoupaged with the using the Felt Applicator with one of the large scale Mint by Michelle decoupage papers. It has been sealed with 2 extra top coats of gloss lacquer, so it's nice and strong and can be used. Our lacquers also have UV resistance in it, so that's great. It will keep the paper, the true colours of the paper for as long as possible. And then it has been painted and also sealed with gloss lacquer. So that's how simple it is to use your Mint by Michelle decoupage papers. I highly recommend using the Mint Felt Applicator. It's really good to try and get it as smooth as possible. As I said, decoupage always has a few wrinkles and bubbles, but this is a much easier way to get most of them out, and it can also be used on your rice papers, fibre papers, anything that's a little bit stronger, so not an app. Then to finish it, all we do recommend is sanding off the edges. Remember, always sand down and away so that you don't pull the paper back up. That's also a great way to then make sure you've fully sealed down your edges when you're doing your top coats. And your paint. I hope this inspires you to do some decoupage using the Mint papers. And as I said, with the Felt Applicator. If you have any questions, please let us know.